Welcome back to your favorite Sacramento sports show. Beam City Sports. We back at the Beam City Bar. No Luke today. Shout out to our boy Luke missing another bar episode, but we got Jackson and Dev with me today. How we feeling on this beautiful Saturday?
Feeling good. Feeling kind of jealous of, the homie Luke. He gets to go to the Niner game tomorrow. That's, it's going to be pretty fun. Hopefully the Niners get the dub, but I am pretty jealous of bro. But other than that, pretty good. Some good baseball games last night besides the Dodgers winning. Had to get that in there. But good show. Yeah, excited for basketball.
We ready. NBA starts on Tuesday. How you feeling about your Dodgers, though? You're going to the World Series again. Looking like the best team in the whole MLB.
I would like to start off by shouting out Luke.
Hey,
we can clip the last week's episode where he said, whoever wins the Cubs-Brewers series is going to make it to the World Series.
Hey, he did.
And, I had that in the back of my head all week. Just funny that they got swept. Ohtani was terrible all series, and then I don't even know. That first inning was he struck out those 3 straight guys, and then his homer 440, that first one, 440 plus.
Moonshot.
Ridiculous. And then the second one was the moonshot. That was 470.
Out of the stadium.
I was like, oh my God. And then he goes 6 innings, 10 Ks, no runs. 2
hits.
3 homers, 3 at-bats.
Literally the best game of all time.
I kept seeing people on Twitter trying to make a comparison to a basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball or
what is that?
Football. So the best one I saw off of football was if you have a top 5 QB go off for 3-4 touchdowns, right? Pass touchdowns, and then also be a top 5 corner and have 2 or 3 interceptions.
Oh, that's insane.
There's really no equivalent to any other sport though, because realistically we've never seen a player this elite on both ends.
Travis Hunter having a pick 6 and an actual touchdown receiving, but that's not as impressive.
Multiple,
he had more hits than he gave up.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Ohtani with the best game of all time. It really was. Going to the World Series to clinch it out.
To clinch it was I don't know. And I saw his OPS and his batting average were doubled after that game alone.
Yeah, because he was hitting under 200 before that game in the playoffs.
140.
Yeah.
After that game, he's hitting 220 now.
That's insane.
Me and Tyler also did try to tell Luke on Thursday that we were it's over.
Yeah, we did tell him it's over.
There's still 2 games left.
He said, no. I'm like, no,
Brewers got 2-0, bro.
He still believes.
After it was game 3, I think, where I was it was glass now starting. It was a day game. I just had all the recipe to be bad.
Yeah.
And there was this one inning, I think, in the 4th. And I think it was the 3rd or 4th, and Glass now looked like he was getting a little shaky out there. Might have been the 2nd. Regardless, point is that they had 2 on base. He allowed a hit. He walked a guy, and I was like, we're gonna lose the game. We'll be up 2-1. I'm like, all right, whatever. I kind of chalked it, and then I had to go to work, and I kept following on my phone. I was like, bro, we got out of the inning, and then next thing I know, it was 1-1, and I see they tag on 2 more runs late in the 7th inning with what's that guy's name? Mizorowski.
Oh, Mizorowski.
Yeah. He's throws heat, bro.
Yeah, he's good. They should have started him. They should have. I don't know where their starting pitching went. Yeah. They had one guy start, and that was it. And then they went with the bullpen the rest of the games.
Literally, I know Asby opened twice in 4 games, which is kind of
didn't do good either time.
Yeah, I just whatever.
Yeah, well, shout out Shohei, best game of all time. 6 innings pitched, 10 Ks, 2 hits, no runs, 3 home runs, 3 for 3 with 3 ribbies. That's just the best MLB game of all time to clinch a World Series spot for the Dodgers.
He's the best player ever.
Best player ever. You could say that already for sure.
He's going to win his 4th MVP.
There's not much argument.
He's a top 10 pitcher in baseball, and the top
when he pitches,
and a top 2 or 3 hitter in baseball every year.
Yeah, he's different, man.
Ridiculous.
He's different.
700 mils underpay.
It really is. We have a lot to go over today, though, with the NBA. Sabonis and Keegan Murray are hurt to start the year. We're going to question who the Kings are going to start in their place and how we feel about this roster going forward. The Kings did beat the Lakers in the preseason last night for the Kings' first preseason win in over 2 years.
Hey, if we're going to get one, it had to be the Lakers.
It had to be the Lakers in LA. A lot of guys sat out, but Kings still got the dub in the end, so they went 1-3 in the preseason after not winning a game last year. We're going to go over some other preseason news, like some guys going off. Shout out MPJ, had 34 points last night. Went crazy. And then we'll ask Jackson about his thoughts on Russell Westbrook coming to the Kings. We haven't got your initial thoughts on that yet. We'll get into that. And then we'll predict the NBA awards going into next year. So all the main awards we're going to give a favor for and a dark horse for. And then we'll get into some NFL and then close out with some MLB playoffs. So starting out with the Kings injuries to start the year. Domantas Sabonis is ruled out for the first 2 games with the hamstring strain. Who is going to start at that center spot? Dev, what do you think?
I mean, we all know what we want it to be, but I think it'll probably, for the first game especially, be Drew Eubanks,
Yeah.
I mean, and then Dario Saric, too. I mean, that kind of sucks, but I mean, hopefully they come out and, go off.
Yeah,
Probably
I mean, those are older guys.
Yeah.
Older guys for sure. Definitely not what I was looking for going into this Kings year, having Drew Eubanks and most likely Dario Saric starting on opening night. That is just not a direction you want to go in, but what do you think about, Eubanks, or should the Kings just start the rookie right away? Because he's looked pretty solid in the preseason.
I mean, going into the year, they're going to have an expectation to, make play-in playoffs, so I doubt they'll start the rookie right away unless they, get to a point where they just know they're out of contention or any type of playoff picture. But I do think he'll get minutes, but I think starting it's probably going to be Eubanks. It just makes the most sense. He's, he's a vet. He's solid enough on both ends, at least for a time being. I mean, you don't really have many great options. Like Reynaud, he might show flashes, but it's gonna be rough around the edges here and there too, because he is a rookie.
Yeah.
You gotta remember it was a 42nd pick. He's not, it wasn't like a top 5 pick or anything.
Yeah. Only player in college last year to average 20 and 10 though was Maxime Reynaud.
I know he's nice.
He
was
nice.
A guy.
He can pass a little too.
Him and Kalkbrenner were the 2 that I wanted the Lakers to pick up. Before getting Thiero, but I think that he should get minutes off the bench, and I do think it's probably going to be Isaac Jones and Eubanks starting, and then Saric and Reynaud off the bench. So
I like that more than Dario Saric.
I like that.
I hope it's the other guys kind of put them in a position to where, it might be those 2 guys starting, but they're not playing the most minutes because the other guys are playing so well. Hopefully they get put into that position if everything goes according to plan. But I like Isaac Jones more than, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I do like that more than Dario Saric.
Yeah. I mean, from what I saw yesterday, he was solid. He's been solid all preseason. I think he's what, 6'8", 6'9", bigger frame, so he's decently mobile from what I've seen. So I think he's a good guy to have out there, especially on the defensive end. Yeah, can help with crashing the boards and stuff. But it regardless, the situation is not great.
It's definitely not great. Keegan Murray is also expected to be out at least 4 to 6 weeks after undergoing surgery for something in his left thumb. He'll miss the start of the season with the potential return in mid-November. So Keegan, one of our best defenders, is going to be out till mid-November. I like that you brought up Isaac Jones maybe being in that starting lineup, but I think if we're going to start a guy like Isaac Jones, who you can't really trust to stretch the floor. I know he hit a corner 3 last night in the game before, but still not really too much of a fan of his outside game. But like you said, he gets to the paint, he can guard multiple positions. So then I'd want to start Dario at the 5 next to him. Stretch the floor a little bit with Eubanks, and
makes more sense.
If Eubanks and Isaac Jones are out there, those are 2 guys that are not going to be guarded from the 3-point line. And you have DeMar DeRozan, who probably won't be guarded from the 3-point line. And Dennis Schroeder, who guards going under on. There's only one guy who can shoot in that starting lineup.
Regardless of who you have out there, though, your guys' shooting,
it's always been the worst part of our.
Is just not great. I mean, you could go small, and have DeRozan at the 4, and then Levine at the 3, like what they did in Chicago for a couple years. And find and put Keon and Schroeder together. I mean, that wouldn't be bad in the backcourt, especially because that adds in their depth of shooting. But I think DeRozan is just too old to even try to play in that 4 position.
Yeah, 6'6" too. He's not. Yeah, in this NBA, the NBA, it went to small ball with the Warriors taking over the NBA, but I feel like it's going back towards the taller, athletic guys, and now
Yeah.
everyone can pretty much shoot the ball.
So who's the first 2 games without Sabonis against?
Phoenix and home openers against Utah. So two
Utah,
games
you
you
can
could
get
win.
away with the Rose in there.
Oh, yeah.
I think who's Phoenix's power forward?
I mean, I know they have Dylan Brooks. I'm not sure if he's going to play the 3 or the 4.
Who was their 4?
Royce O'Neal.
It might be Royce. I mean, you really could get away with
That's
that. Then.
one of the
That's
teams,
one of the
yeah.
games you definitely could, because they're going to probably start, I think, Booker, O'Neal, Brooks, and
Grayson.
Booker, O'Neal, Brooks. No, there was another guy at the 4. Who am I missing?
No, they really don't have a lot of depth at the 4 because they lost Kevin Durant, and that was who they played at the 4. Yeah, so they have a lot of centers. Maybe they play 2 centers at the same time with Mark Williams.
They have a lot of rookies is the thing.
They do.
So they have a lot of guys
Dunn.
that are young.
Ryan
it
Dunn.
might be Ryan.
Ryan
Dunn.
Dunn's probably going to be the 4, which
Ryan
you could get
Dunn.
away with that as well.
Yeah. I don't think that's a terrible one then.
Yeah.
But especially until Sabonis gets back, that just gives you some type of. That's what I would do, honestly, because the defense isn't going to be great regardless. So you got to go. You got to feed into what the team's going to excel at, and that's the offensive end.
Yeah. We'll see what the Kings do starting wise with those 2 guys hurt. But they did beat the Lakers in the preseason last night. We'll go over it real quick. The Kings beat them 117-116 for their first win in 2 years in the preseason. Dennis Schroeder had his first good game in a Kings uniform, had 25 points, only 2 assists, 10 of 17 from the field, and 1 of 3 from 3. Schroeder was finally getting some buckets in the Kings uniform last night. Hit his first 3 as a King as well, so shout out. There was a lot of guys not playing, though, so, he had a lot of free reign out there. But I like seeing that he can still get 25 in this league.
But that's the thing with Schroeder, though. Even with the Lakers, is that when there were guys out, he was a guy. Like, there was that stretch in 2021 where, like, Braun and AD were out, and it was literally Schroeder as our main offensive option. It was him and Kuzma at the time, and so he was, doing some stuff. I think he was averaging close to like 18, 19 a game, decent efficiency. So he can have those stretches. It's just his issue's always been consistency.
Yeah.
Like he has had years where he's averaged close to 20. He's been like 6th man of the year talks multiple times, like this and that. But I think he just needs to his main goal for the team is just the defensive end, honestly.
Yeah.
That's because the ball handling duties are going to usually are going to be between DeRozan and Levine.
Yeah, I like seeing it, especially Jackson likes to say he can't shoot, and he has been showing that so far this preseason, but I mean, he only made 1, but he only took 3, and still had 25. So that's pretty encouraging because he's not going to be able to shoot, and there's going to be times where we might need him to score. He could still get buckets other ways.
He has a great floater game.
As long as his touch around the rim
floater
stays how it was last night, then he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because his issue has always been sometimes he goes too fast because of his speed. He'll blow by guys, and then he'll just blow layups.
Yeah.
Like I did see him blow a couple layups last night at the rim, and I was like, that I remember.
Yeah,
but
you remember that.
But when he has it going, he draws a lot of fouls.
All right, we were talking about Dennis Schroeder. I wanted to bring up that he did average 18 points a game last year in Brooklyn when he started the year. Then he got traded to the Warriors, and like we know, he got traded to 4 other teams. But he did average 18 on that Brooklyn team to start the year, so he still has some scoring capabilities to his game. Going on, Zach LaVine had 15 points, 6 assists again last night. Like I said, his playmaking has been the most impressive thing for me in this preseason. His ability to play in the pick and roll with the big guys and just not forcing anything. He's making the right pass every time. I have some high hopes for his playmaking ability this year.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot more smooth than especially when he first got here last year in the middle of the year. You could definitely see he was trying to pass too much at times, and we would always say on the shows last year that he needs to just score and do what he does.
Yeah.
But now getting the time, getting the off season, the training camp, and then the preseason has where it's shown and looked the best. So I'm definitely very excited about that. Just having another guy that is going to make the right decision, not just Schroeder on the court starting. That's going to be the only passer. Gives me some confidence going into the year.
For sure. So you believe Zach's playmaking is better than it was when he first got here?
I think it's just he has more urgency to try to facilitate because Schroeder's solid on that end, but it's going to take more of a team effort. When Schroeder's been on a team where the team's been good, he hasn't been the primary playmaker.
Okay.
When it was the Lakers, it was still LeBron always, or Reeves, or D'Lo, right? When he was on there the first time, it was LeBron still, and then other years, when he was on the Warriors, it was Steph, and Draymond,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
He wasn't great on the Warriors. He definitely was not great on the
No,
Warriors.
he wasn't.
Yeah.
But like even on like teams like the Pistons, he was out there with Cade at times, right? And it was Cade as the primary guy.
Yeah.
So he's good as secondary playmaker. So that's why I think Levine is trying to take more of a role in that department, because especially with Sabonis out.
That's a great point. I think he thrives in that role where he's the second playmaker on the squad, but then he guards the best perimeter player on the other team.
That's why
so
he's
he
out
full
there.
court presses them. He makes it hard on those guys.
That's what makes it helpful if you have a guard that can play off of him like
Yeah.
that. Because if you have a guard who can kind of shoot the ball like that, Schroeder and Levine is a solid backcourt together. Like they can play off each other pretty well.
Hey,
One plays great
Convincing me.
defense, one can handle the ball, or they both can handle the ball. One can shoot, one is 50-50.
we'll see. I hope Schroed's 3-point ball starts falling more in the regular season. But moving on, my favorite player watching last night was Neat Clifford. Once again, every single game in preseason, it's been Neat Clifford. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, some dimes, and he was 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. He played 33 minutes, so that's the most minutes he's played so far in the preseason. Love to see Doug trusting him more and more as we go on.
Yeah.
But he's very underrated at the playmaking aspect. Dev, you've been talking about it all offseason. You want him to take over that PG spot going forward. He's 6'5". He can be a bigger point guard if we trust him down the line to do that. But he's a 5-tool player, man. I know you say that a lot about MLB players, being 5-tool guys. Haven't said it a lot about NBA guys, but he can guard, he can play make, he can score at the rim, the mid-range, and the 3. That's 5 tools right there, and he has all of them at an excellent level.
I'm super excited because the guys that he's most likely going to be playing with the most time with off the bench is going to be like guys like Malik and Keon, which
Russ.
are Russ, guys that can handle the ball, but their best trait is not their like playmaking, playing point guard. Like especially we found it out with Malik last year. And he said going into this year he wants more catch and shoot threes. Like it's just he's going to come off the bench, and I'm just looking forward to seeing him feeding these guys. Like Keon shot, the catch and shoot was 40% for him last year.
Yeah.
So it's just going to play well with other guys that are going to be, coming off the bench with him. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, he looked great last night playing with in the pick and roll. He had one pass where he just did a wraparound with his left hand, and he did the similar thing the other night, and it was just amazing to watch. A lot of Kings players are making that type of pass, and he just always seems so calm out there as well. I know the defense. He wants to guard the best guys. He's low-key was getting cooked last night by your boy, Luka. He was torching him just a little bit, but I still like seeing him want to guard those guys, and he'll only get better and better as he, moves forward. He was a 5-year college player, so he's ready.
Just play a lot of one-on-one with DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
Let him cook you, and that's how you're going to get better.
He has a little DeMar to his game. His little faders in the midi, they remind me of, Tatum, DeMar-esque mid-range, so I'm excited to see what he can become.
Yeah.
Isaac Jones, 10 points, 4-4 from the field in 22 minutes. He also hit the game-winning free throw at the end of the game. So, yeah, shout out Isaac Jones. He might get that starting spot, but we'll see. He'll definitely get a lot of minutes because he's the only real 4 on this entire roster, if you think about it. Keegan isn't a real 4. I know we put him there, but he's a 3.
He's a 3.
He's a 3.
If you had
he would thrive at the 3.
any other team, he'd be a 3.
Yeah. You got guys like Jaden McDaniels for the Timberwolves, who's taller than Keegan Murray, and he's the 3 every night. Yeah. He's never played the 4 for them. So it just, I'd love to see Keegan eventually become the 3. But Isaac Jones, going to be the only real 4 on the roster, so expect some big minutes out of him. Drew Eubanks, 10 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, -8 in 19 minutes, but, showed a little playmaking aspect, so maybe opening night we play through him like we do Sabonis just a little bit.
4 assists that's encouraging because, we were talking about it earlier. We're like, he going to start off the game 5 straight shots. I mean, that's something that we probably don't want to see, a lot while he's, filling in for Sabonis, but, taking over, he's not going to, triple-double or anything like that,
Almost had a park trip, Dub.
Yeah,
Almost had a park trip, Dub.
But, he's not going to have...
One more assist.
4 is where, I'm good with him being to start off the year while he's filling in. Yeah. I like that.
All right, well, moving forward, Keon off the bench had his best game in the preseason. I was very relieved to see him playing a lot of minutes because so far he's only played like 8 minutes a game in the preseason, which doesn't make any sense to me. But he played 26 minutes last night, had 20 points, 2 steals, 7 of 12 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3. So Keon was out there balling. And you said it before the show.
I swear, Keon doesn't
There was two
miss.
defenders on the floor.
It was him and Marcus Smart.
Him and
That was
Marcus
it.
Smart were the only
Marcus
guys
Smart was
really
diving
playing
on the
deep.
ground for the ball.
Yeah.
Keon was getting passing lane steals.
Yeah.
It was just, but I mean, it's also it's preseason.
It's preseason.
Half those guys aren't
Yeah.
trying. Luka was playing half how he usually does half the time.
That's scary too.
The one other
31
thing,
half speed, 31 and 9 half speed.
the one other thing I've wanted to see from Keon for the last year is shooting more.
Yeah.
And looking for his more. So
Yeah.
having this game leading into the regular season, I mean, it's encouraging, and I hope he's one of those first few off the bench. I don't know what they're gonna do with Russ and Malik and him, but I hope it's probably gonna be them three off the bench first, and it's gonna be a small bench lineup. But if he's hitting and taking
What do you do
shots
about
and
Neek?
looking for his and cooking, I mean, it's gonna be them four and then whoever the other big Maxime. Like, it's gonna be a small bench mob.
One of those guys has to start opening night. You convinced me. I think Keon might have to start opening night. You might have to
Yeah.
start DeMar at the 4.
Because it's gonna be
Sarge
I
or
just
Eubanks at the 5.
got
don't
one big man off the
think-
bench.
Yeah.
I don't think he will because of the fact that they didn't extend that offer to him over the summer.
So they're
he's
gonna
going to
limit
be
his minutes?
he's going to be unrestricted next year.
Gonna
And they're
limit
gonna-
his minutes?
Yeah. So he doesn't up his value, so they can try to retain him.
I hate
I
when
don't
teams
know.
do that. I hate when teams do that. I mean, you can't really blame them because they probably want to re-sign him
but
and
you
then
could
you'll
have
play him
extended
minutes.
the offer to him.
Yeah. But yeah, they definitely could have
I want
extended
to
the
say
offer.
that's some old king
Ah,
because, it definitely is some old king. But
it is.
I mean, Doug
But-
ain't not gonna play his best defender, bro. That's just.
Bro,
There's no
I
way
was
I'm
worried. He only played 8 minutes a game before last game where he played 26, and a lot of guys didn't play. DeMar didn't play this game. Sabonis and Keegan obviously hurt, but I don't know. Like you said, Dev, if we have Keon, Malik, and Russ, and Neek Clifford all coming off the bench at the same time, that's a really small bench lineup.
Damn.
I did see that. A really small bench lineup. And, oh my
that?
God.
I think you hit it.
I did hit it. Really small bench lineup that, that all deserve minutes. All
Yeah.
4 of
Yeah,
those
for
guys
sure.
off the bench I want to see playing over 20 minutes a night, and that's just not really possible if they're all coming off
So
the bench.
Dario, get him out of
get him out.
out of any thoughts of the rotation right
It's
now.
not looking likely. He did have 10.6 boards last night in 25 minutes. I mean, Dario's
My
going to do
bad,
his
man.
job.
My bad.
Dario going to do his job. I'd probably rather see Dario start than Eubanks, but either or.
How tall is he? You said start him at the 5.
He's probably like 6'9". What do you think? Dario?
He's 6'10", I think.
6'10"?
Hey, against Draymond, that will work.
Yeah.
Nah.
His defense is terrible.
His
Yeah.
his
There's
defense
no
is
interior
not
defense.
good.
He's probably just Valanciunas, but smaller.
And yeah,
Defensive
a lot
terms.
smaller.
Defensive terms.
A lot smaller.
25 minutes is like something I definitely didn't want to see going
No.
into this year, but
No.
it's like
In
it's the
preseason, too?
situation we're in right now.
Yeah.
and that
Preseason
sucks.
too. Dev Carter. It's looking like Dev Carter's going to be gone soon, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 points in 13 minutes in the preseason, only playing 13 minutes. When Dylan Cardwell, who's on a 2-way deal, played 12 minutes.
Hey, he needs
him
to.
and,
he need to play.
Those two guys I wanted to talk about is Plowden and
Yeah,
Caldwell.
Plowden.
Both of them they stood
Hey,
out to me.
Plowden's not bad.
They were playing
Yeah.
solid.
No, they do. They're going to go crazy in Stockton this year. But Dev
Yeah.
Carter, he can't go to Stockton. I don't think.
I mean, they can still send him down.
They can still send him down? Even though he's not on a two-way?
There's no, that's
Yeah.
what Lakers do with Bronny. They do
Okay,
Connect.
yeah,
they
yeah,
do.
yeah.
You can do it with anybody
No,
on the
you're
team.
right. You're right.
But they have way too many guards.
He's gonna be traded eventually. I don't know what for. Probably not the value that we drafted him for at 13 over Khalil Ware, who has probably some of the highest trade value in the league right now.
Shout out Monty, bro.
Monty. All right, well, Dev Carter, us Kings fans know that he's probably going to be out the door. Him and his headband going to be out the door pretty soon. But Maxime Reynaud had 9 points, 2 boards in 15 minutes last night. Also missed the free throw to put the Kings up 3. Then Isaac Jones got the offensive rebound. Then Reynaud didn't have to shoot the ball. Could have held it and got fouled again. But he said, no, I'm putting my head down, getting to the basket, made a tough layup, put the Kings up 3. And he was hyped on the, coming back to the bench. So shout out Maxime, showing that energy, showing that fight. Doug Christie did have to talk to him for a sec after that and say, you didn't have to.
Get your bucket, young
You
fella.
didn't have to shoot the ball.
Bucket.
You could have held it. The smarter play would have been to hold the ball because if you missed that layup, you never know what could happen. But yeah, so I mean, I love seeing that dog at a Maxime, especially in a close game, down to the wire.
Shout out that one Paul George commercial. No OT tonight.
No OT tonight.
Ball game.
Ball game. Yeah, Dylan Cardwell, 1 point, 7 rebounds in 12 minutes. So, he's going to play like Quincy Acey, provide all the energy. Real quick, fly through the Lakers stats. Luka had 31, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. He was torching whoever was guarding him at half speed.
Luka
Literally half
is
speed.
ready.
He's ready.
Luka's Luka.
Going into the show, I have a lot of MVP candidates, and obviously he's one of them, and it's really hard to not pick him. I was just going off, my standings predictions, and if I predicted the Lakers to be 5, then he's probably not going to win MVP. You got to be a top 4 team. Okay. We'll see. But Rui had 18. Yeah.
Rui's always stepped into the role when Bron goes out. He's always been solid offensively for those couple games that Bron will be out or stuff like that. So he is. Okay. He always will score the ball. Rui's good on the offensive end. It's always the defensive side.
Yeah. Gabe has been hot all preseason. 14 points. His 3-point shot looks better than ever too.
I don't know what he's on, but please stay on it because I would really like for just him to hit shots.
Yeah.
Instead of being a liability half the game. Because his defense is solid, so if you can hit an open jumper here and there, that's great. That just adds so much to the team.
Yeah. Nah, he looked definitely nice. He looks like he's, Miami Gabe was his prime, you want to say, but that was like his first year in the NBA.
Yeah.
He might be hitting that second little prime. He looks like he has more confidence than ever. Laravia had 0 points in 20 minutes, and Isaac Jones was talking mad smack to him. So shout out to our boy Jake, letting the Kings get the dub. But I was really upset when I turned the game on and saw Dalton Connect hit that wide open 3 to tie the game. That was just horrible coaching by Doug Christie. I'm very disappointed again. That was the one guy on the floor. I didn't watch any of the game before that until after the game, and I knew when the ball was getting passed in, like, we're up 3. The one guy I don't want shooting for the Lakers is Dalton Connect, and he gets wide open for 3. I mean, JJ drew up a great play.
It was a great play.
Dalton's getting the ball there.
There's one guy out there that there's one guy that's going to be playing with the main team in the year. That's at some point.
Yeah.
And that was Connect. Like, I think Laravio might have been out there or Cleveland might have been out there. I don't know. But I think it was more so like our two-way guys and Connect.
Yeah, and he's he's the best shooter on the floor. And you have Dev Carter guarding him, and Dev Carter just, leaves him for a split second, lets him catch the ball and hit an open look from 3. I'm just like, why is Doug Christie laughing in the pregame still when stuff like that's happening? I just don't understand. Or maybe it's Dev Carter.
To be fair, the guys you had out there aren't going to see a lot of minutes.
No, they're not. But Dev Carter could be.
Dev Carter probably.
He's not though.
He's probably the last guy in that guard rotation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
In my opinion, he's the guy at the very bottom. He's him, and then Russ is above him and the other guys.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, Kings got the dub though. Isaac Jones got fouled at the buzzer. Questionable call. He did get hit on the wrist, but initially didn't think it was a foul. I thought, these refs don't want to go OT in the final preseason game. But, he hit one. Isaac Jones kind of did something crazy, though. He hit the first one, got a lucky bounce on the rim. Danny Green was like, the basketball gods were with him on that one, because it did bounce up almost above the backboard. But then the second one, he tried to intentionally miss it and just threw it as hard as he could off the backboard and gave the Lakers another shot to win the game. Like, I just don't know. I don't get it. Yeah.
Like, why?
Go up 2.
You'd be up 2. If they hit a 3, it's preseason.
Yeah.
Who cares?
But I don't understand why he threw the ball like that in that situation. Doug was mad, and he didn't do it successfully. So, whatever. Kings got the dub. 1-3 in the preseason. But Westbrook is a Sacramento King. He's going to wear number 18.
Horrid. Awful.
I'm hyped, though.
Horrendous.
I'm hyped to have Russell Westbrook on my team. I've always loved how hard he plays on the floor. MVP season obviously was insane, but I think, he's going to be one of the bright spots on this Kings team this year. And I'm just happy he's back in the NBA. And we get to watch him every night.
If he's one of your bright spots, you guys ain't making it very far.
Hey, we know that, though. We know that. I think Russ is going to, play his heart out. And he's wearing number 18. I know a lot of people think it's ugly. It's for his 18th season. Trivia, though, who was the last Sacramento King to wear number 18? He's a hooper, too. That might be the right answer, but I'm thinking of a guy who played on the Kings for like 10 years.
What?
Yeah. Shooter. Only guy who could shoot with the GOAT.
Bano?
No, not Bano. I think he was 19.
Yeah.
I did have a Bano jersey.
Caspi.
Yes. Omri Caspi. Omri Caspi wore number 18.
That shootout with Steph.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only player to ever get in a shootout with Steph and kind of win, maybe. Kings did lose that game, though. But Omri had like 35. But yeah, so Russ, wear number 18. Me and Dev talked about it on Thursday a lot. Jackson, do you think Russ is going to have a Lakers type year, or is he going to have a Denver type of impact year?
Both sucked.
No,
he
was
smoked
good
so
last
many
year.
layups for bro. No.
He's going to miss layups,
no.
but...
No. Russ is not good.
Uh-oh.
He hasn't been good for like 5 years. He has
Uh-oh.
not been good since the last year in Washington. Even then, that's pushing it. That team just sucked.
When he played 30 minutes a game last year, he averaged 17 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists.
In what world he's playing 30 minutes for you guys?
I want him to,
Why?
because he's
Over
going to
who?
impact winning.
Schroeder, Levine,
I'd play Schroeder
Rosen.
like 22 minutes in the starting lineup and then let Russ
insane.
play 30.
Schroeder is significantly better.
Or whoever's playing better that
Schroeder started over Russ in LA.
night. No, you're not. No, that was a while ago too. You're not wrong, but
Yeah, and then Russ.
whoever's playing better that night, though, I just want to see play more minutes.
Depressed.
Yeah, this is,
Bro, just it's more
So
props to
rough.
Jokic that should have won MVP last year having Russ on his team.
That's
It's
crazy.
a liability
That's
every
crazy.
time. The dude can't shoot.
you've been working on
shoots-
that jumper.
He shoots amazing from the corner,
Yeah.
but then he shoots 18% from the rest of the three.
He's got to just know that, though. He's got to know his personnel.
That's the thing is, it's Russ. He
No, he
doesn't know
doesn't.
that.
No, he doesn't. I know.
Hey,
We'll see,
but
though.
shout out to Christian. Let Russ be Russ, right? To see what
What'd
happens.
you say?
Nah.
4 teams in a row, 4 coaches in a
Four
row said
coaches.
that.
Mike Malone said it, and then and then Ty Lue said it too. And then look what happened. He's not on the team anymore for a good reason.
Damn. You know,
I am the biggest. I love Russ from when he was in his prime.
Mhm.
Okay, but he's one of those stars that's never gonna fully accept that he's not in it anymore,
Mhm.
and that's what sucks. And that's how it was with Melo too,
Hey.
until the year in Portland, where he
Yeah.
was like, "All right, I'm not in. I gotta do the other stuff,"
Mhm.
and he did, and that's why he was able to play another 3 years.
Yeah, you know,
Russ is.
Russ, you are the star still. Come take that starting spot from Schroeder. Lead us to the playoffs, bro. Average a triple-double. I don't care. Have that mindset. I want to see someone have that mindset in Sac, because most of the time it's the other way around. Most of the time these guys come in thinking like, oh, I'm getting paid. I'm in Sac. I'm just gonna, play my role, do whatever, not play hard. This guy's gonna play his heart out. This guy's gonna try and come for that starting spot. And hey, if he ends up taking the starting spot, it could be one of two things. We're really bad and Schroeder was a horrible signing, or both those guys are playing solid, but Westbrook, the jumper's fallen, he's taking smarter shots, he's learned in his 18th season. If you can't learn by your 18th season, then, you gotta figure it out. I've seen him on a lot of podcasts this offseason with his wife. They've talked about a lot, and he's talked about getting over those hurdles of, thinking he's something that he's not, and he's saying that he's ready to, just provide winning basketball.
No threes.
I just think his
Only in the corner, 40%.
I just think his shot chart he's trying to make it still so similar to when he was an actual in his prime, right?
Yeah, the
The
middies.
thing is that the middies, trying to blow by guys at the rim and stuff like the open layups, bro, you gotta hit those. But I genuinely think he messed up his hand with all the dunks.
Me too. No, you've been
I
saying
think he
that too.
has some type of nerve issue or some type of issue there because he always, ever since 2018, that's when the switch flipped.
Yeah.
Where it was like below average at the free throw line, not shooting great from three. He was never a great three-point shooter, but he did shoot 34 in his MVP year.
Yeah, and the mid-range was always his bread and butter.
The mid-range was always his bread and butter.
Yeah.
He was an amazing finisher around the rim. He was always explosive. He was always had a high turnover rate, but he also, offset it with 10 plus assists.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just think that hand is just so messed up. And when you look at his jump shot, it just looks. The other mechanics look the exact same, but then the release just looks so whack now.
Go check out his recent Instagram post. He posted a workout video about 3 weeks ago, and about his work all off season, and his jumper. I want to say, because you put me on about him messing up his hand with all the dunks he did in his prime, and that makes a lot of sense. But he probably did have some sort of surgery on it, and I feel like last year and the couple years before, he would always have his right hand wrapped up.
That's what I'm.
In the videos, he only had one finger taped up, and his jumper looked so smooth, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding. Watch the video. It's like one of his most recent posts, and I was watching that the late last night or whatever, and I was just dreaming about how good. About how good he could be if his jumper looks like this. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Surgery for multiple fractures and shooting it in May 2025.
Yeah, so he had surgery. Maybe that hand won't be as big of an issue anymore. Maybe the jumper is back. Maybe the jumper is back a little bit. I don't know. Just saying. It could happen.
I hope so.
I hope so. Well, all right. Did you find the video I'm talking about? The first one?
I'm just looking
Also,
at Russ's hand injury.
Okay. All right, other preseason going around the NBA. MPJ, my ICU pick for today, had 34 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists for MPJ. Can you guys believe it?
Absolutely no defense.
3 assists. Hey, who cares? He was 12 of 20 from the field, 6 of 11 from 3. Went off for Brooklyn last night.
And then Brooklyn may be the first team to have gone 0 for 5 on first round draft.
Jeez,
That's
not
insane.
true. You know who looked tough last night? Ben Sheriff. Is that how you say his last name? Seraph. Ben Seraph. He's nice, bro. He was like 20-something, I want to say. He was one of their last picks in the first round.
Yeah, but they had
And
like 3 late in the round.
Yeah.
They had him.
He looked way better than Yegor Demon yesterday.
He can't dribble against a press.
Ben?
I kept seeing Demon.
Yegor? Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was struggling against
Yeah.
that press by the Raptors, and I was like, dude, you gotta figure it out.
Dude,
You're
not gonna lie.
6'8".
Yeah, not gonna lie. I saw there was one pass that Ben Seraph made last night where his handle looked so nice, and he kind of threw it up with one hand lob to one of their big men, and it was a great dunk. And I thought it was Yegor at first. I was like, damn, Yegor looks nice. But then I saw they said it was Ben Seraph. I was like, oh, dude, because early in the game, Yegor looked horrible to me.
Yeah.
And he looked like a liability out there. But then, yeah. So Ben might be nice. Just saying.
All those guys are gonna get run this year for them, so hopefully one pans out because
Jordy's got a lot on his hands.
There's really only, I mean, they need something for the future.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a lot. I mean, Zaire Williams had 20, so maybe he starts to pan out. He was a top 10 pick a few years back, so maybe that works out for them.
Hey, at least they don't have the most depressed fan base in the NBA. They have the second. They have the second most depressed. Yeah. Who do you think has the? Kenny did a poll. Kenny, from Numbers on the Board, did a poll about, and he asked like people to pick their favorite team and rate their like happiness level 1 through 10. Who do you think was the team that got the least, like the lowest score? Yeah. Kings have the most depressed fan base in the NBA. Brooklyn was second. Brooklyn was second. I think that Kings' average score was like 2.8 or something.
Yeah, it was in the 2.
Yeah, it was in the 2s.
Only one in the 2.
Yeah, so shout out KB. But all right, Scotty Barnes had 31 last night as well. He looks nice. And VJ Edgecombe, 26 points, 5 steals. I think he had 13 straight points at one point.
Good.
He's really good. He's really good.
The jumper needs to improve a
he's
little
nice.
bit. It's
He's
not
going to take
amazing.
Paul George's spot.
Oh, yeah.
He's better than Paul George right now.
Paul George gone by deadline.
No, he might be.
I'll take it.
Send
Not
PG
really.
to Sac. Let's get the unction going.
PG to Utah.
PG to Golden State, bro.
Yusuf.
No, that would be disrespectful. You send PG to Utah, that's disrespect. That's disrespect, bro. He's a Hall of Famer.
Ball game.
Ball game. All right, boys, should we move on to these NBA awards?
I'm down.
We down? We ready? Main part of the show, NBA awards. It's real tough for me with this MVP, bro. So I'm gonna let
MVP will last.
Okay, MVP last. I like that. Clutch Player of the Year.
Yeah, let's go bottom up.
Yeah, Clutch Player of the Year.
I had Maxey.
Tyrese?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
He
rare
has
one.
been one of the most efficient fourth quarter scorers last season.
Hey, Embiid played last night. He was getting some wide open looks. Maxey was getting some
That
wide
team,
open
they
looks.
have guys. It's health with them.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe PG has a resurgence. Maybe
Okay.
Embiid plays more games. If they do, they're a top 4 or 5 team. in the
So
league.
you think if Maxey's winning it, they got to be up there. They got to be
Oh,
a
yeah,
5,
100%.
6, 4 seed.
For Maxey to win it, they have to be up there.
Yeah.
But I do think Maxey's one of the best fourth quarter scorers.
Okay, I like that.
Statistically, it goes with that.
Yeah. Who's your dark horse?
Franz.
You got some
Franz.
names right here. Like
Yeah,
I like
actually,
it, but
Franz shoots like.
I'm expecting a bigger name.
Franz is close to like 50% in the field.
Okay.
And the only other person above him is like. I wanted to put Steph, but Steph only shoots like.
Yeah,
30.
Steph already won it, bro. Steph already won it. He's
So
not gonna.
I was thinking like I'll just go Brunson. But I feel like
He
that's
won it
kinda-
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I
feel
didn't.
that's
I
kinda-
wanted to put Brunson
yeah.
too.
I don't know. I just think one of those two guys should do it. I saw another poll about it too. Other people like only depth on Maxey and how good he is in the fourth. I was like, oh, okay, makes sense.
Okay, I like it. So dark horse was Franz. I like that. I had Trae Young winning Clutch Player of the Year.
He was in the too.
Yeah, I think this is his year to win it, or MVP maybe, but we'll see. Dark horse for me was Kevin Durant because Houston's gonna rely on him every game in the
That's
fourth quarter,
true. That is
and
true.
they're gonna let him take. If it comes down to the wire and you need one shot, Houston's going to KD 9 out of 10 times. Maybe even 10 out of
I
10.
think he was pretty efficient last year before.
Oh, we know how clutch KD is. Like, that's not a really debate. For you, clutch player of the year? DeMar?
I'm going DeMar.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you?
I mean, bro's always.
Russell Westbrook.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Give me some Kings love.
For the last few years, I will.
Put your Homer glasses
I
on,
will
baby.
for this one. For the last few years, bro's been top 5 in fourth quarter scoring
Yeah.
and actual clutch time scoring. So, just because I want to see him get it this year.
Hey.
Also, my dark horse is another guy I would like to see get it. K.
Hey, that's a good one. I like
think
Kate.
they're obviously gonna be in a
Oh, you're
lot
gonna
of
say Zach.
good games, close games. They're gonna be a good team. And
I was gonna say
My
Zach
brother's gonna be like
or Schroeder.
Schroeder. No, K. Give me K. Dark horse.
Okay, I like it.
Neek.
Yeah, DeMar. The year the Clutch Player of the Year award started, De'Aaron won it, and DeMar
He
got
was
second.
second, yeah.
But the year before that, DeMar had like 5 game winners in the year, all at the buzzer.
Yeah, he would've
So
won
he
it,
would have won
yeah.
that unanimously. It probably
Yeah.
would have been named the DeMar DeRozan Clutch Player of the Year award, but they started it a year too late for him. All right, MIP, Most Improved Player.
I had Nemhard.
I had Nemhard.
Yeah.
Who'd you have?
Huh?
Who'd you have? Let's see if we all had the same one.
No, I did not have that.
Okay. You keep going.
My dark horse was Domantas Sabonis.
Hey,
He
I'm
was
jealous. I should have
hooping
picked
in the
him.
preseason.
I should have picked him.
And I think because I do think a lot of the guys on Chicago, nobody's really going to be that guy to take it over. Maybe Kobe White, yes, but
Yeah.
like Giddey's not a guy who's going to assert himself offensively
Mhm.
like that. But I think Zealous just looked really good.
He's-
It might be my influence from Kenny, honestly,
Yeah.
and all the
No,
like,
for sure.
watching all the videos.
For
but
sure.
he looks like the guy that should have been number 1
Yeah.
last year, like how he was projected that for the longest time. And I mean, it's a guy. He's 6'10". He's
Yeah.
a shooting guard, small forward. There's not really. You can't really say much about him. He was averaging like 20 in the preseason.
If he gets stronger,
His movement
he did get
looks a
stronger.
lot better. He looks
Yeah.
like he has better control of the
Yeah.
ball. He looks more looks like he's not overwhelmed all the time with it.
Mhm.
And the jumper looks fluid. I'm just a huge fan of him. Honestly.
He's the Bulls guy going forward, and that's the one reason
Yeah.
that the Bulls are going in a better direction than the Kings. Hopefully, Neek can
I think
show some things,
yeah,
but
Giddey and Buzelis is a solid backcourt,
Yeah.
especially. I mean,
it is.
also Trey Jones off the bench isn't terrible.
Yeah. So you had Nemhard winning. I like that. I had Nemhard winning as well. Asar Thompson was my dark horse.
I like that.
So Asar Thompson. He was on a minutes restriction last year,
That's
so
true, yeah.
maybe this year he can have a jump. Your MIP?
I want Zealous to win it. but,
Hey, shout out.
I mean, my dark horse, MIP. I'm gonna go if he gets to play time. Jonathan Kuminga, really dark horse.
That, yeah.
I think
hey.
if he plays, I mean, he's obviously, we saw what happened in the playoffs last year. I think if he plays, and I don't know, they might be incentive to play him right away because they want something at the deadline. So, I mean, I think if he plays and he's gonna come more into his role this year. I think he had a couple good games in the preseason where he had a couple high assist numbers and was making right passes and kind of doing things finally that they want him to do. So, I really dark horse just in case Steve Kerr don't play him, but yeah.
So your favorite's Matas.
Yeah.
Zealous. Okay. Well, I forgot to go through Luke's. Luke sent me his list. He didn't have a clutch player, but his MIP was also Andrew Nemhard.
Yeah.
So
I feel like he's
3 out of the
his
4 guys on this
usage-
panel picked Andrew Nemhard.
His usage is going to skyrocket. this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. I just hope it's not too good to be true.
Yeah.
Because last regular season, he didn't have a good regular
He does
season.
not. He has not had a good regular
He shot like 20-something% from 3, but then the playoffs, he shot like 45.
season. He shot like 40 from the field
Yeah,
last year. So
he's a
I don't know.
playoff riser.
It's going to be. It most likely will be a pacer.
It
It's
will.
either him, Mathurin.
Should have said Mathurin.
Might be Obi Toppin, honestly. He's made a lot of runs.
True. I'm not mad at it. All right. Well, Coach of the Year. This is an interesting one. Dev, we know who your pick is. We'll start with you. Is it really?
No. I'm going to go, shout out David Allen.
I like that. That's a good
I don't know.
one.
I think
That's a good
I just like the Nuggets with
Yeah.
with Cam Johnson a lot more this year. I don't know. I think obviously they're going to have a good regular season, but I think they could maybe be a finals contender again this year. But
Okay.
I think that good regular season it's going to be like mostly he had half a year last year,
Yeah.
not even.
Not
maybe.
even.
So
I think they
basically
fired Malone with like a week left in the year or something like that.
Basically,
Still made
rookie
the
head
second
round.
coach. Like it'd be awesome to see. Shout out Adelman, shout out Sacramento.
Shout out. Dark Horse? Gotta be, right?
Dark Horse is Doug.
Gotta be
Dark
Doug.
Horse is Doug.
You better step it
we
up,
have a
Doug.
good
I'm mad at
year
you.
And we make the playoffs, then I think he's got to be at least like in the running for it.
100% in the contention.
Yeah.
Oh,
because
if
we're
they
so
make the
bad.
playoffs, yeah.
We're so
Yeah.
bad, or like
Then it's
end
gotta
of
be
the
because
year
of
we're
him.
so bad. Yeah.
It's gotta be because of him. I like that. Luke had Jamal Mosley. No surprise there. The Magic coach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had two, because I couldn't pick between these two.
Okay.
But I had Mosley.
Yeah.
I really do think the Magic are going to blow out people's expectations out of the water.
Yeah.
And I had Udoka.
That was my pick.
Yeah.
I had Ime Udoka winning it.
Udoka will be really
What team
good.
does Ime Udoka coach for?
What team?
Yeah.
The Houston Rockets.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was just testing. Yeah, so was that not your favorite?
It was Udoka
Yeah.
and Mosley were my favorites.
I like that.
Dark horse was JJ.
Of course, right? Of
But,
course.
I mean, he's just a
Hey, one day he might get it.
I
want to see JJ get it.
Will,
one
I
day.
think he will one day.
A couple years down
He's
the
just too
line-
much of a basketball sicko to
Yeah.
not like coach a teams like to near perfection.
When the Lakers get Jokic, he'll probably win it. Sorry to even put that in the air. But, all right, I had Ime winning it, and my dark horse was Quinn Snyder. Dev, who he coached for.
Quinn Snyder.
East?
East?
Yeah. Who'd I have up there in the standings?
Atlanta.
Yep, Atlanta Hawks. Good pull. There you go. Good pull. Yeah, so I had, Ime, favorite, Quinn Snyder's dark horse. So, yeah, moving on. Six man.
I had
Jackson?
Nas Reed.
No, bro. We're sick of the Nas Reed
I'm
six
sick of
man.
it.
He's the
I'm
best
sick
six
of
man in
this.
the league,
I'm
bro.
real sick of this, bro.
He's
he didn't even come to mind.
Starter, but my dark horse was Alexander Walker.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
There's not really. There's not many six man candidates next year that are like. How was it like Lou Will or Jamal Crawford or that year of Montrezl Harrell or
There's
like
one.
Malik.
He's not winning it.
There's a game limit. There's a game requirement too.
So you think he's
He's not gonna play him.
Damn,
He's too
he
injured,
don't
bro.
got here. No, he's not. What?
He hasn't-
He
he
got
hasn't
sat
qualified.
on by Luca, bro. That's
He
like,
hasn't
come
qualified
on.
the last 3 years.
He got sat on by fat Luca before the offseason. Like, bro was.
But like, what are the other two?
That was-
years?
He got hurt last year too, huh? He
And the
did.
year before.
Hey, maybe you're right.
He's actually got hurt every year besides the playoffs.
yeah, maybe you're right.
Oh,
Honestly,
wow.
I don't see him as an injury-prone type of guy, but maybe you're right. Dev, you're six man.
All right.
Well, before we move on, Nikhil, he's not like you said the typical six man, but
He
he's
does everything.
he's like an Iggy type of six man. We said that before the show.
Yeah,
he's
he's
like a
gonna give you-
defensive-minded, playmaking.
He's going to give you 10, 11 points a game. He's going to give you a steal and a half.
Yeah.
He's going to shoot close to 40 from 3 and probably 3 or 4 assists.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's exactly what that team needs. I
Okay.
cannot wait to see that lineup of Walker, Dyson, Ricochet,
Jalen.
Jalen, and Okongwu.
Yeah.
'Cause
Switch
that-
1 through 5,
dude,
low-key,
it
like-
defensively, oh my god,
That's
that's gonna be
scary.
crazy.
Dev, you're six man.
You know I got Malik.
You know I got Malik too. Malik
Six man.
favorite.
My favorite.
Oh, let's see what Luke had.
Yes.
Luke had.
Yeah, I gotta have Malik.
No, bro, he
No.
doesn't have Malik. Luke, you're fake, bro. We thought you were gonna have Malik. He had
Whoa.
Jordan Clarkson, which I like.
Okay, yeah.
But he might not be the sixth man. You guys said that to me last week. I was
just
saying
don't think he's going to be.
it could be
get
Nick
enough
Bride.
run. I
Could
think it's
be.
going to be Yabusele.
I said Brogdon, but obviously he retired. So that was crazy. Kind of crazy. We were just talking about that, and then he retired. So shout out Malcolm Brogdon. So yeah, Malik. Why is he gonna win six man?
Why is he gonna win six man?
We know him.
Because
He's a
should've
bucket.
He should have that year. Nas Reed won it.
Definitely should have
He's
won it
not
that
gonna
year.
be doing something that's out of character, out of
Doesn't
his
have to play
skill.
point
Yeah,
or backup
exactly.
point either.
He's just gonna come in
Yeah.
and get buckets.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's gonna look a lot like that Beam team year, and if he does, obviously he was top 2.
Huh.
Shouldn't have been 2.
Shouldn't have been two. I like it.
My dark horse though,
Here we go.
I gotta go with my boy.
Ooh.
Set.
Okay, that's a homer pick. If
That's
I've
a
ever
dark
heard.
horse, bro. That's an actual.
He just
dark
got
horse,
waived
bro.
though. He's gonna get signed
He
back.
don't have
He's
a-
gonna get signed
yeah,
back.
not
even on a team.
He's good. He is though.
They gonna
We
have
know.
a head. People gonna have a head start on him.
Yeah.
But he gonna come back, and I think like
Steal Buddy's minutes.
just like I do think
Hey,
he's gonna steal Buddy's
hey,
minutes, but I just
me
think
too.
he's. I mean, I think Steve Kerr gonna play him right away and just use him a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna start or anything, obviously, but I mean, I just think he's gonna come in and play a good role right away, and you know, it could be that six man.
Steph and Seth
So,
backcourt.
I'm saying,
The
bro,
real
bring him
Splash
in.
Brothers.
Come on.
The real Splash Brothers. Sixth man of the year. I had Malik favorite, but then I had. I'm surprised you didn't mention Tari Eason. Sixth man.
That's
yeah,
a good one.
Yeah.
That's what I should.
Tari Eason, dark horse for me. The Rockets. You know, he could start on like 26 teams, probably
Yeah.
28 teams. I want to say.
Huh.
So that's scary. He's a sixth man of the year candidate.
Damn, I totally forgot
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah.
I should have.
He. Who knows what his
be my
stats
dark-
look like?
He would
but
definitely be my dark horse
Yeah.
over Walker. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about him. He does everything Walker does.
He
but
does.
He's gonna score a couple more.
Rookie of the year. Start with you.
Dude, I had like 5.
Damn, really? Numbers on the board had. That was the only award I saw them do. They had everyone had Cooper, all 4.
I have.
Let's see what Luke had.
So yeah, go Luke first.
Luke had Nate Clifford, the boy.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So
did I.
I had him for dark horse.
I had him for favorite.
I got him for dark horse.
I had
I
him
went
for favorite.
safe with favorite. I went Coop as well. So
You
I
going-
never done for one.
They
I'm
gonna
going
wake
safe.
up.
I'm going
They
safe.
gonna
I wanna
wake
get
up.
at least one right. I want to get one right.
They gonna wake up.
My dark horse was between I had 2. It was Trey Johnson. I think he's gonna go
They have so many
crazy for
shooting guards.
Washington. But
That's the only reason I didn't, because they have 10
realistically,
shooting guards.
He's gonna. There's no way they get a 6th pick. They don't play him.
True.
You know, like
Okay.
realistically, McCollum, Middleton are gonna be gone by deadline.
I didn't even think of those guys either. I was thinking of Cam Whitmore, AJ Johnson, Bilal Coulibaly.
Koulibaly's a 3.
Yeah, he is. There's a lot of guys.
There's a 3. Koulibaly's tall enough to be a 4.
Bro, Cam Whitmore is like 6'7", so you're right.
Yeah, you could go.
7.
But nah, I just think he's just. I just think he's so good.
Okay, who else? Who else do you have? Trey Johnson.
VJ. Was my other dark
VJ,
horse.
bro. VJ
I
might
like
win that.
him a lot.
Mm.
But then my favorites, Flag probably will win it, but I
Yeah.
really think Ace Bailey is big
I wanted to
potential.
put Ace Bailey too. He's looked insane.
He's looked really good.
He's
in
looked
preseason.
insane,
and he
bro.
looks like he
Chip on his shoulder.
He looks like he's dialed it back a bit on like the
Yeah.
dribbling,
Yeah.
and I think he's just taking his shots more
Mhm.
efficiently.
I-
Especially with a team like that, who else is gonna take shots?
No, he needs to be the guy.
George. You know, Keontae George gonna take shots, but
He might not start, bro.
realistically, yeah, it's probably
Collier, maybe. I think Collier might be better.
Yeah,
Who knows?
honestly,
We'll see, though.
he was really good as a playmaker.
He
last
was.
year,
He
so-
was.
But I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe I'm high on him. I think he dropped in the draft and people overthought it,
Mm.
and it was just like similar to the whole Luka thing.
Yeah.
My team, we were like, oh, he's from overseas. Let's not draft him. Okay, well now we're the best player from that draft. But hey, point is that Ace Bailey should have been 3.
I personally didn't love Ace Bailey's game coming into the draft. I knew he could score the ball, but watching him at Rutgers, like you said, the over dribbling, the horrible shot, chucking that he was doing
To
there.
be fair, that team really underperformed.
It did
overall.
they were really bad.
They had Dylan Harper and him. Like,
Yeah.
You can't just say it was Ace Bailey's fault.
No, it wasn't.
Dylan
It
Harper
definitely
went
wasn't.
2, but never received any of the blame.
But like you said, in the preseason so far, he looks like he's,
It's been efficient.
fixed out his game
Yeah.
a little bit.
There was a couple,
he looks
there was a
looks
game
really good.
that he didn't do great, but there was also that
Yeah.
first game he had 26. And I was like,
No,
this
he's
guy-
done
this
some
guy-
pro
this
moves
guy's doing
already.
some things.
He's made some pro moves. But I got Neek favorite to win it, and Cooper, dark horse, I guess you could say. Dark horse. So yeah, you had Coop and Neek other way around.
Yep.
My only knock on Coop will be it's going to be hard for him to get shot because a lot of the guys look
For Neek?
when you look at the Mavs roster, right? So
Oh, for Coop.
when you look at that Mavs roster, you have a lot of guys who need to be set up
Mhm.
for their shots. AD needs the ball to be set up for the most part at this stage of his career.
Mhm.
I don't know why they play him at the 4. It's the stupidest thing. I don't know why they have 5 centers.
Yeah.
Lively can't create his own. Gafford's not create his own. All those guys aren't.
Mhm.
D'Lo is their only playmaker, really. Right, and he's good to an extent. He's a very good playmaker. But you have a team full of Swiss Army knife Robins.
Mhm.
You don't have a Batman. Kyrie's never been that guy. AD's never been that guy.
Kyrie never been that guy?
I mean, look what happened in Boston.
Kyrie never been that guy?
Boston Kyrie.
They
Boston.
made it to the conference finals. I know.
Terry
he was
Rozier
in
took over.
No, I was there.
Terry.
That was
Not
where I
a
was
very
in
good-
2K16.
No.
I was 1A.
Facts.
It's not a good look if your backup PG is also carrying you guys to the conference finals.
True. That's true.
But my point is, they're amazing players. I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah.
But the reason that AD and Bron never fully got over that hump is because AD never took the reins from Bron.
Mhm.
Kyrie never took it from Bron. It was always they had to. They were always they never could get that. There was something missing.
It was always waiting on that.
And
it was always
I'm not,
he's
it's
gonna
way too
take
early
the
to
reins,
say
but-
for Cooper Flag if he's
Yeah.
going to be which one he's going to be.
Mhm.
I think he can be the ultimate Swiss Army knife, a mixture of Iguodala and Scottie Pippen. I think Pippen is one of his. He can be probably better than that as a player, but I think that's his ceiling. It's he's never going to be a 1A.
I see that. I like that.
He the point guard experiment with him has not been great. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, not a fan. No.
It's a lot. It's a ton of size in starting lineup, which
Yeah.
is amazing because defensively, their defense is ridiculous.
Mhm.
That's easy to say, but the offense is where it struggles. You don't have a lot of guys that can shoot the ball. You have Clay. D'Lo is You don't know what you're gonna get.
You
It's
don't
like
know.
a mystery box. Every other game, it's gonna be either he shoots 58% from 3 or he shoots 20. You don't know. And your other shooters are Max Christie, who doesn't get enough shot attempts. Najee Marshall is, like I said, a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
He does everything. But your other 3-point shooters are PJ Washington, AD, and neither of them are above or great.
Yeah, no, you're right there. But who is your favorite to win the Rookie of the Year?
I'd probably say Ace. I think usage.
Okay.
I think AD is still going to take a lot of shot attempts from him.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I think it has to be distributed between those 10 guys, too.
Okay.
Like, D'Lo's going to take shots. PJ Washington.
Coop will probably average a cool 14.
Yeah, I think he'll average like 14, 6, and 5.
Okay. So Ace
But
was
I
your
think Ace
favorite.
is probably going to go like 19.
Yeah, he could probably
19,
average
4,
19.
and 5.
So Neek, you're gonna have to average 20 to win that Rookie of the Year. We believe. But all right, so who go in order from like who? So you got Ace, you got Coop.
Ace, Flag, VJ, and then Trey.
He didn't say
No,
Neek Clifford. I'm a little confused here. The best player in the draft isn't getting Rookie of the Year?
Maxine?
No. Knuppel is probably 5th.
Bro, he's looked bad.
Knuppel?
He hasn't been able to shoot the ball in the
Like
preseason.
the perfect connecting piece. for
No,
the
I
team.
know, but he's the one guy in the Hornets that hasn't really been hooping. I believe in him,
He'll
but
be fine.
yeah.
I'm not worried about him.
All right, well, moving on, DPOY. Favorite, Luke picked Victor. Consensus, Victor.
No.
I'm going Victor. You Victor? You always like to be different.
Going Dyson.
Hey, he
Shout
deserved
out,
it. He deserved it.
shout out Mobley,
Wild.
but that's what I wanted to win last year.
Yeah.
But he didn't. I mean, he hasn't probably obviously gotten any worse on defense in the last 4 months. So I'm thinking he's gonna be in the running again, and that's why I want him to win it.
Okay.
Dark Horse. I'm gonna it might be cheating because we know he's good and has probably deserved one, but AD finally gonna get one.
Damn. Okay, respect. I'm going with Wemby as my favorite, and Amen Thompson as my dark horse.
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I just can't, for me at least, I can't see a guard winning it again.
No,
honestly.
yeah.
It's
Wemby would
just
have to
there's
get hurt.
too many. It would have to be like a guy that's like how Draymond was,
Mhm.
where it's like a guy that's able to guard 1 through 5. So
Amen.
Bam is a guy that I really like for that.
Amen can
But
guard 1 through 4.
My dark horse was really different, honestly, just because I think he's going to be just a juggernaut this year defensively.
Okay.
Donovan Clingan.
I like that.
Klingon.
I like that. I like that. Clean column.
That defense for that team is going to be insane.
No, it is. It is.
You got Drew Holiday, Kamara, and him.
I'd probably rather say Kamara, but big men usually do win it. That's a
I
good
do
point.
think, but the thing is, like, I do think they're all gonna like. It allows them to play on ball
Mhm.
high up, and if you just funnel them into him, then you're blocking everything.
Yeah. Moving on to MVP, final award. We'll start with Luke. We'll get his. Luke's MVP pick was Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, man.
So shout out. He didn't give me any dark horses, but shout out Luke for giving us his list.
My Ant-Man is I got.
You have
that's my
Anthony
favorite,
Edwards as
yeah,
well?
Yeah.
He's your favorite.
That's my favorite.
Okay. Who is your dark horse?
Dark Horse a little. I mean, might be a little outside the box. I don't know because I personally think they might be bad this year. But I mean, if they end up sneaking into the playoffs, 6 seed, 5 seed, go Giannis. Because
Yeah.
it's
I knew that's
obviously
where
gonna
you
be
were
him
going.
carrying the
I knew
team
that's where you were
if they
going.
have, a good
He
year.
better
so.
be in that running where the Bucks are horrible.
Yeah.
All right, for you, because I have my dark horses. I don't have no favorite.
You know who your favorite is?
I don't know.
My dark horse, I had Trey.
Me too.
I had
That
Trey.
was my number one
Look,
dark horse.
I think if either one of them goes past expectations for their teams, or if Trey Young finally this is the best roster that's been constructed.
For
about him.
sure.
Probably better than 2021 team.
Yeah.
I do think his assist numbers skyrocket, even though he's already been averaging 11. I do think he'll average like 13, 14 this year.
Assists.
And honestly,
Yeah.
he might.
It's gone up every year.
Him and Tyrese
Yeah, it
probably
was
two
12
best.
last year.
Him and Tyrese two best facilitators in the league. at
No,
this
for
point.
sure they are.
But I also think shooting wise, he won't have to. His efficiency won't be as, down
Mhm.
because he doesn't take all the shots.
Yeah.
So I think he'll get like 22 and like 14 this year.
I like that.
And
That's not
honestly-
MVP numbers though, but he gonna need 29.
But that's
in
why like the
14.
team success, I think.
True.
So if his efficiency, if they're like a 3rd seed maybe,
Yeah.
then I can see him being like, okay, he's having an insane year.
Okay.
Book, I think he'll average 30.
Yeah, he has to
And
average
if that
30,
team-
and they have to
if
make
that
the
team gets
playoffs.
a 8, 7, maybe 8 or 7 spot,
Yeah.
I think he'll be the top.
He definitely will be. But your favorite has got to be.
We know where I'm going with this.
We
We
do.
know.
LeBron. No, the other guy.
It's Luka.
The other guy.
He's played half speed in a preseason game and scored 30 twice. Like,
It's just so
let's be
easy
honest
for
here,
him,
bro. He's completed basketball.
Is
The
that
dude-
half his speed?
Or is that
Or
he's
that's
playing
full
real
speed.
that's half speed. Anyway, he's the best player in the league.
If I was a
Everybody
Lakers
else
fan,
can-
I'd probably say that too.
It's just a fact. The guy's ridiculous. And he got a chase down on Levine yesterday. So,
I didn't see
defense
that.
there too.
Play defense.
I didn't see that.
He chased down Levine.
Pinned him?
He swatted that way.
I was going to say, pinned Levine off the glass. It's crazy.
He went up this way, and then popped it out.
My
And then they
MVP
called
favorite.
foul, and they reviewed it, and Nick said that it was a ball.
Okay.
I was like, oh my God.
My MVP favorite got to be my boy, Young Hollywood, Zach Levine. No, just fast.
Jesus.
Dude, I don't know, man. My dark horse, literally, I don't know for my favorite. And I have dark horse Trae Young. Because I have 13 candidates for MVP. Call me crazy. These guys all have an opportunity to win the MVP this year.
No
Shea, Gilgeous-Alexander,
Yeah.
obviously.
Easy.
Jokic,
Fine.
obviously.
Yes.
Giannis, obviously. Anthony Edwards,
Yes.
obviously. Trae Young, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham.
Kid.
Where does it stop for you guys?
There's 5.
Brunson.
It's the first 4.
You said
I
okay.
think it's the first
Shea,
4.
Jokic, Giannis, Ant,
Yeah,
and Luka.
And Luka. I think that's it.
Steph Curry. He's I mean,
Look, I think Steph
wanna
could have
say-
an insane year, especially with the new rule, the foul rule.
they probably wouldn't want to give it to him though. He already won
Yeah.
his MVPs in his prime.
And I think
Yeah.
just team record's going to play a part in it. And
Mhm.
those guys, all 5 of those guys, like like you said, if Giannis, if they get a 5th, 6th seed, he's probably winning.
he's probably gonna win it.
Jokic is going to be top of the West.
Mm.
Shea's going to be top of the West. Other than that, you got Ant's probably going to be in that.
What
4th or
does the
6th
Knicks
spot.
have to do? What does Jalen Brunson have to do? Because I wrote him down as my favorite, but then I kind of backtracked. I don't.
I don't know.
I want him to so bad.
He has to. It's just hard to say because he's an amazing scorer and he's a pretty solid facilitator.
Yeah,
But
numbers will be there.
I mean, but Jokic is just like those other guys just do so much more. Like
Mhm.
Shea is an elite two-way player too. He plays defense too.
Yeah.
His efficiency is off the charts. He averages 34 a game, right?
Mhm.
And he can play make pretty well too.
Yeah.
Luka and Jokic and Giannis are all similar in the sense where they will get borderline triple doubles every night. I just think Brunson is it's more so just because of height, honestly.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. The same thing with like Trae Young and mainly it's those two now.
Donovan maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is they have to have like an otherworldly type of season
Mhm.
where they are like insane efficiency splits, 34, 35 points a game.
Number one in their conference.
Number 1 in the conference.
I think the Knicks
one
can
of
be
the
number
best
one.
records in the league.
Yeah.
I
Brunson
mean,
has-
if they have a top record in the East, and he's averaging 30 plus,
I
then
see
I
it
can
happening.
see the case.
I see it happening.
But realistically, the other 5 guys is more likely to happen.
Sure.
And,
It is.
And has been going up and up each year.
I
He shot 40% from last
Yeah.
year, having 29 a game.
I still have names on this list I haven't said though. So I stopped at Brunson. I said Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham, Paolo, and then Wemby. It's too early for Wemby, but
It's
he's
too
got to be
early
in the
for Wemby,
conversation.
but he'll probably be with like the 7th guy in the voting, I think, maybe 6.
Yeah. So he's in the convo. His stats are going to be insane. If the Spurs are winning, then bro, he's
But I think a lot of people. are
Paolo
putting
too.
Wemby
Paolo
really
could have that
high.
2013 LeBron type of year.
Miami Heat 2013. LeBron
Miami
type of
Heat
year.
2013 type of year, bro.
Not even a one shoulder blade type of guy.
His numbers will dip this year. I feel like
Paolo?
because of Bane.
Yeah.
And Bane, and I think Wagner takes another leap too. So I don't think his numbers will be as high, but if they do, and like I said, same thing with Brunson. If they're top of the East, and, they're an insanely
Maybe.
good record, he's gonna be right there.
I'm picking Brunson as my favorite because I'm going off my standings predictions. I can't contradict what I said. That's why I was thinking Luka probably MVP. I had Lakers as the 5 seed. If they're the 5 seed, they're not going to win. He's not going to win MVP. I think they got to be a top 4 for an MVP, and I think I have the Knicks in the 1 seed in the East. Brunson could average over
Jokic
30.
win it in 22. Or
Yeah, that was
21.
the first time. And Westbrook won it with the triple double when the Thunder were the 6th seed.
So the thing is that it had that.
It has
but it
happened.
has to be statistically.
It has happened.
Stats like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is guys like Giannis, Jokic, Luka. Those guys are like triple doubles every single night.
They are
just walking.
They are.
And those are their averages by the end of the year.
Yeah. Well, all right. That was our award predictions. Let us know if we messed up anywhere. But NFL Week 7, we got 2 games to go over with you guys. The Rams at the Jags. How you feeling?
Puka's out.
Puka's out.
I don't really know what to
Jags are pretty nice.
I mean, Stafford's Stafford right now.
Yeah.
I hope Adams has a good week, but honestly, I don't really know what to expect. I just, after this week they have a bye, and Puka will be back week 9, they said, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
They need
you get a win, that's great, 5-2.
Yeah.
But I'm not really, expecting, honestly.
Okay.
Adams and Stafford have not connected great this year.
All right. Falcons at 49ers. George Kittle and Kevin Givens cleared to play on Sunday.
Yep, huge for my fantasy team. Shout out George getting back. I'm already
Not
second
your
best
favorite
team.
NFL team?
I'm already second best team in the league. No, that comes second. No, I'm just kidding. George Kittle. Probably him and Fred Warner, my favorite players. So I was, pretty depressed to see Fred Warner be out for the season. But I mean, George Kittle coming back at the right time. I think they said Purdy and Pearsall could be back next week. But I mean, I'm excited for Mac Jones to have George Kittle. I mean, it's literally just been Kendrick Bourne, some dudes off the street, and some randoms. Valdez-Scantling, 82 years old, played 40 years in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. So, but I mean, I'm excited for him to come back. I think that connection will be there, and I'm calling it. They get their first pick this year. First pick
Still
since
not a
last
pick.
year, since last
That's
November.
insane.
They're gonna get it. It's gonna be
Who is it?
It's gonna be Nick
Lenore?
Martin.
Oh.
No, it's gonna be rookie Nick Martin finally making his debut.
Hey.
Linebacker. He hasn't dressed for any of the games yet, but now obviously since Fred Warner hurt,
Hey.
he gonna be getting his debut. So
You heard it.
But if it's not him, somebody gonna get it.
Okay.
Because we gonna need it.
All right.
I'd love the Niners to win.
Yeah?
We have the Falcons pick next year.
Oh really?
That's
Yeah,
big.
first.
Yeah,
That's big.
that's a good pick to have there. They're not gonna have it here.
Well, shout out the Niners. Hopefully they still make the playoffs, even with all the injuries. But moving on. You boys ready to talk some baseball? We got 2 games to go over. Both happened yesterday.
Nah.
I know Jackson is.
Do it.
I know Jackson's ready. You got to do Luke's role. You boys ready to talk some baseball?
We believe in A's baseball.
In A's baseball. Let's get it. Now we're
Looking
going
for an
into the
A.
Believe in A's segment. Shout out to the A's right here. We got the Kurt Suzuki in the back. Sean Doolittle right there as well. But playoffs, championship series is going on right now. We'll go over the first game yesterday. Blue Jays versus Mariners, Game 5. Mariners won this one 6-2. They are up in the series 3-2 going back to Toronto. Before we get into the game, who would you rather face as a Dodger fan? Would you rather face the Mariners or the Blue Jays?
I mean, if we play some Mariners, we have home field advantage. But
Okay.
I mean,
That's big.
That really hasn't mattered
No?
this season, honestly.
Okay. Dodger fans
Yeah,
had
I
it
mean,
too
they-
easily.
Our only
to,
loss was at
one.
home. Our only loss was at home.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, but I'd rather play some Mariners because
Okay.
it would be cool to see them in there. I guess, and even like, obviously I'm rooting for us to win, but like, I just don't like Scherzer. He screwed over Bueller a couple years back. That's what caused Bueller's injury because he wouldn't pitch.
I don't know this story. Do you?
You didn't know that? Bueller. So
I love Scherzer. I was going to say he was a dog the
supposed to
other
pitch.
night.
Scherzer was supposed to pitch, and then it forced Bueller to pitch on 2 days rest. Or 2 or 3
And
days
then that
rest,
messed
and then
him
that
up?
caused his shoulder, or whatever it was, his elbow or his shoulder.
When they were on the Dodgers.
Was that in the World Series?
21 or 22. I think it was 21.
When Bro came in and was like,
Scherzer never was on
Closed
Team World
it?
Series. He got to the
Oh,
CS
okay,
in 21 with
that was
them,
the
but
next
that's
year.
it.
Bro, Scherzer
I'm
is
not a
a
fan of
dog.
Scherzer.
They don't make
Yeah.
guys like Scherzer
no, he's a
more.
dog.
I like
He's a dog.
Vladdy.
He's
I
goated.
do.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I mean, Scherzer is an amazing player all
Game
time,
4.
but not
I
a guy
don't
that-
do not like him as a teammate. Like, I would hate to be his teammate on
Why?
the day he pitches because he's a weirdo, bro.
He's a
like,
dog,
He reminds
bro.
me of Aaron Rodgers, bro. Did you see
He
the-
does remind
where
me of
he
Aaron
just-
Rodgers.
His offensive lineman like
Yeah.
tackled him and he got up and was hella
Yeah.
mad. I'm like, they're trying to celebrate with you, bro. You're being a he's just
Yeah.
an old man. He gives
Yeah.
the old man syndrome.
Nah, but he still got that dog in him. They were trying to take him
Yeah,
out of
no,
the game
he's-
the other night, and he's yelling at his manager, "I'm good. I'm
Yeah, he's
good.
one of the, like-
Keep me in the game."
He-
Like, bro, and he got out of the jam, bro. He's a dog. They don't make
he's
players with
dumb.
that type of intensity
And the
anymore.
fact that he's 72 years old at this point in his career, I mean, it's a pretty insane.
Hall of
he's still
Famer for
going.
sure.
Yeah.
I've loved Max Scherzer his whole career. I didn't really know that story about the Walker Buehler thing.
Yeah.
That's a little shaky.
A little shaky.
But all right, Bryce Miller was on the mound for the Mariners versus Giants legend Kevin Gossman. Eugenio Suarez hit a solo homer in the second, put the Mariners up 1-0. Then George Springer hit an RBI double in the fifth, made it 1-1. Of course, playoff riser. Mariners put Brian Wu in, and my dad, when I came home last night, was like,
Wu?
He was like, "Hey, who's that pitcher the Mariners have? He reminds me of Randy." And I was like,
That's
"Bro,
Randy's favorite
that's
player
literally."
right now.
I was gonna say that's Randy's favorite player. Brian Wu is nice. He did give up a run yesterday, but just came back from injury.
Shattered the dude's kneecap.
Yeah, hit George Springer. He had to leave the game.
You heard the hit. I was
Yeah.
like,
X-rays did come back negative though for Springer, so hopefully he plays tomorrow. But yeah, they put Brian Wu in, and Clement for the Blue Jays. He's been raking all playoffs at an RBI double, made it 2-1. Alejandro Kirk, the slowest runner in the league by the numbers, scored from second base, and that's his first time scoring from second base on a single this season. And there was 12 singles before that he didn't score on. That's insane. I feel like every single time you're on second, you should be scoring like most of the time.
Yeah, as a
On a
slower
single.
runner, only time you shouldn't be scoring on a single is 100 mile an hour off the bat.
Yeah,
Line
like
drive,
right
one
to
off,
him.
right to an
Yeah.
outfielder. But there's I know there's been a few where it's been
He should have been
chip shots into the outfield that you gotta score.
Hey, he's a big boy though. It's tough for him to get around the bases, but he still rakes. Alejandro Kirk is still nice.
Catcher,
Yeah,
baby.
catcher. They don't need to run. This catcher though, maybe the best catcher of all time, bro. Cal Raleigh hit a solo homer in the 8th inning to tie the game at 2-2. Mariners looked like they were going to go down 3-2 and lose every game at home, and then Cal Raleigh came up and tied the game in the 8th. Super clutch player of the year for sure. MVP. When does that come out? Does that come out after the World Series?
Year, I think,
That's so dumb. They should do during the playoffs.
we already know who's going to win them.
We know who's winning NL, not AL, because if they give it to Judge,
Hey, Dev, who's winning that now again?
Ohtani.
Can't even think of anybody else.
That guy.
Willie
Tatis.
Adames, bro. Willie Adames, bro. 30 home runs.
220.
He did hit like 220. But then Eugenio Suarez came up with the bases loaded in the 8th inning and hit a grand slam to right field. Looked like he barely swung.
Bro, I turned the game on. I was watching the Dodger game, and I was like, I'm going to check on this game.
Yeah.
He literally walked up to that bat.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
so
Turned the game on perfect
to answer
time.
your question, who I want to play, I don't know. They're both
good.
They both can hit.
Yeah.
And so, but then again, so could the Brewers.
Yeah.
And the Phillies.
I think
They
the
kinda got shut out.
Mariners
They did.
are kind of clicking on all levels.
They're clicking
right
at the
now,
right time.
Like at the right time. Oh, that's the cliche, but it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And that bullpen, I mean, they've been great all playoffs except for a couple games that they didn't even know.
Yeah.
We talked about the last one on Thursday, but I think I would rather play the Blue Jays right now because I don't know. I think their pitching is just a little more inconsistent at the moment.
Yeah.
Are you speaking from a Dodgers fan perspective right now?
Yeah.
Never heard you done that, so just kind of throwing that out there. But Andres Munoz closed it out. Final 6-2. Mariners won 3-2 series going back to Toronto.
Yeah, that's over.
It's gonna be a good last two games if the Blue Jays win Game 6. It's
Toronto,
gonna be,
great season.
give me a Game 7. You think it's over?
Thank you for
I don't
eliminating
know,
the
dude,
Yankees.
because the thing with that series is the first two games Mariners looked so dominant.
Yeah.
And then it flipped in
Yeah,
game 3.
that was
it was
the
like
first-
13-4.
Yeah, that was the first game
And the
this
Blue Jays
series
looked
where
dominant.
a home team has won.
Yeah.
That was the first
and
game.
then it just I don't know. Both teams are just able to click like that. I feel
Yeah.
like offensively, especially because Vladdy just being what he is,
He's insane.
ridiculous.
He's insane.
It really, I think it'll go 7, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I hope it does. Well, before we get into the last game, the Dodgers, sweeping the Brewers, we got to get into our boys with Delete Me. Jackson, you're here for Delete Me. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable.
Oh my goodness. Most people don't realize how much of their info is being sold every day. Data brokers profit from your personal details, name, address, phone number, even info about your family members. Anyone online can buy that data, and it can lead to things like harassment.
Yeah.
The good news is, now you can protect your privacy with Delete Me. The New York Times Wirecutter even named Delete Me their top pick for data removal services.
All right, yeah, you heard it here first from Dev, Data Removal Services. As someone with an active online presence, privacy is really important to me. I spend a lot of time posting content, doing shows, and connecting with fans, but that also means my information is everywhere. Delete Me makes it safe and helps remove my personal data from hundreds of data broker sites so I can focus on what I do without worrying about who's selling my info. Stop selling my info. Don't sell it. Don't sell.
Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now, at a special discount for our listeners, get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/hit and use promo code HIT, H-I-T, at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/hit and enter code HIT at checkout.
Enter that code HIT.
joindeleteme.com/hit, code HIT.
Say it again. Code HIT. Let's go.
Code HIT,
Delete Me.
H-I-T.
Shout out, Delete Me. Sponsorship. Alright, well, now we move on to the last game to go over. Brewers versus Dodgers, Game 4. Dodgers won 5-1. Dodgers sweep the series 4-0 against the Brewers, and we witnessed the greatest performance of all time in MLB history.
Yeah.
Not much else to say. Shohei Ohtani put himself up there in the GOAT conversations as
the
number
team
one.
On his back.
In my opinion, he's the GOAT.
I see why the MLB let Ipe take the fall.
Yeah.
Bro
needs to be nerfed.
They needed this.
This guy.
Ohtani needs to be nerfed,
My
bro.
favorite thing is when he talks to people without his interpreter, and I'm like, bro, he's definitely speaking English right now. And then he always has him with him when he's talking to the media. I'm like, dude,
he's trolling.
You definitely can. You understand everything, and it's just so funny.
At one time.
That's what
he was spitting. He's the GOAT,
He
bro.
knows-
Ohtani's the GOAT.
He got game in game.
He got game outside the game. He pitched 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 10 Ks, 3 walks, 100 pitches on the mound, and got the win. And went 3 for 3 at the plate with 3 home runs and 3 RBIs. After struggling at the plate all postseason, that is just absolutely ridiculous.
He did this on the Angels.
Yeah.
Won a Blaze, but
They just didn't give him an opportunity in playoffs, bro. That's just how it is.
This is actually a second game with 10 Ks and multiple homers.
Of course.
It's insane.
Babe Ruth.
They were talking about it yesterday. You only see these types of games in Williamsport. Actually, you
Little
only
League
see
World
these types of
Series
games in the
game.
Little League World Series. Yeah.
There's nothing else to say about him.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
Literally the GOAT. Well, going through the recap of the game, it was Shohei versus Jose Quintana. Shout out to the vet, Jose.
He also hit a homer off them last year when he was on the Mets.
Bro, he ownage
lead
is
off the
ownage.
game.
Ownage is ownage. Ohtani did walk the first batter in the first inning, so,
I thought
things
it was
looked a little...
shaky after that.
After that, a little shaky. Then he struck out 3 guys in a
He
row.
was just nailing 100 miles per hour
Yeah.
at the bottom, right of the zone. I was like,
Nasty.
what are you doing, dude?
And then he didn't even go to the dugout in between the first inning. He just, all his helmet, his bat was all out there for him. He just put his gear on and went up to plate and hit a leadoff homer in the bottom of the first after striking out 3 in a row. 116 miles per hour off the bat, 446 feet, made it 1-0 Dodgers. Then your boy Tommy Edman, RBI single in the
Get
first.
that guy checked for steroids, man.
Yeah,
I
little guy
love
can rake.
Tommy.
Little guy can rake, man.
That's the thing about this team. He's hiring guys for the postseason.
Yeah, that is what they were
Everybody
saying.
said stuff about the regular season, like,
Who cares?
record-wise, they should be better than they are. I'm like, okay, who cares? We just win 9-1 against the whole NL West.
Yep.
Or National League in total.
The National League.
My bad.
Well,
So
Pretty
what
sure
Robert
probably
said,
went 9-1 against the Giants this year.
they went 9-1 against the Giants.
and we won every series
Don't even
against
play
the
that
NL
many games, but
NL West.
yeah,
Except the
something like
D-backs, I think.
D-backs
for
were
some
nice.
reason just
D-backs are
D-backs are nice.
that game,
Yard
I
dogs,
guess.
man.
But
Yeah.
what Robert said, let's win 4 more and fully ruin baseball.
They are.
Wish
I'm
I
with
didn't
it.
have
They're
to.
the Warriors with KD of baseball, bro.
Wish I didn't have to hate bro either.
Hey, any
But
team
I hate
could have
it,
signed anybody. Any team could have signed Muncy after he got released by the A's.
Yeah.
Any team could have
That's
signed
true.
Kike to $5 million. Any
That's
team
true.
could have signed Tio to a 1-year balloon deal.
Yeah.
Anybody could have signed Tom or traded with Tommy.
Yeah.
Anybody, if the Rays had paid Glasnow and Snell, they wouldn't be in this position. But they decided not to. So
It's the perks of
how
being in
is
LA.
this? How is it that the Dodgers are the reason for the MLB being totally messed up with the salary cap when every other team could be doing that? Just no other team is investing into their. They do 90% of their investment they put back into the team.
Yeah, a lot of organizations are not like that, as we know with the
So yeah, I was gonna say the A's only
are
do
the
about,
worst.
I think it was like 40%. I'm like,
The
that's
worst.
ridiculous.
Probably
It's
make
ridiculous,
about
bro. John Fisher, you need
$50
to
million
go.
more dollars a year than the A's do, though. So that's
You think?
50
I
Is
mean,
that why?
especially being in SAC, because I mean, probably not that egregious, but being in SAC now, I mean, Kitty, shout out Kitty. It's just more like
700
they just
mil
make
last
that-
year off of Ohtani's name.
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah,
They
they
already
just
covered
make
his
that off
contract
the-
after 1
Bro,
year.
so you said
Off the state,
500
like,
mils
the
underpay,
fans.
you're right.
700
Or
was under, yeah.
700 mils and underpay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
I mean,
it's
it's
insane.
it's not. He is low-key is because he's not. That's not even what his cap hit is.
Yeah.
It's not getting it all right away. Like
He's getting 2 mil.
getting what, $2 mil
for
a
8 more
year?
years.
Yeah.
You know that? They defer 68 mil a year after the first 10 years.
That's insane. Well, you know, Teoscar had an RBI grounded in the first. It was 3-0 Dodgers. Kike in left field caught a fly ball and threw the runner out at
That
first
was a
when he was
beautiful
trying to get
double play.
back. That was
beautiful.
Kike.
I love Kike.
Yeah.
You know, there's only the last 3 players that hit 3 homers in a playoff game for Charlotte Dodgers. It was Ohtani, Chris Taylor, Kike in
Chris
2017.
Taylor, bro.
Chris Taylor was a dog.
He was a dog.
And then he fell off.
He did. Well, yeah, shout out Kike. Then Ohtani came up in the 4th. That was the moonshot, second homer of the game. 117 miles per hour off the bat, 469 feet. Longest homer in Dodger Stadium this year. You know what's funny is that in the earlier rounds, I think in the wild card series, I said there was the same thing where Ohtani hit the longest homer in Dodger Stadium this year. And he did it again. He beat his own record.
I think
last
Schwarber
night.
hit one further.
Oh, that's
last
what it
round,
was, I
and
think.
then-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was game 3. And
Yeah.
then Ohtani just blasted it further.
Right.
Well, shout out Ohtani. He went 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 10 Ks. Then he came up in the 7th, hit his 3rd homer of the game. That, you know, everyone was just blown away at that point. You're just seeing greatness.
It's just like after
Stat
the first
Stat padding.
after the first one, I'm like, no way he gets this again, right? And then he crushed it. I was like, holy shit. I was like, are you serious, man? And then the third one, I was like, he's hitting this. And he was down 1-2 in the count.
Yeah, straight away center
And then
too.
just gone.
I seen a pitcher hit 3 home runs in the playoffs.
Ooh.
Pablo Sandoval.
Hey, he did
Hey,
get
got-
on the mound
hey.
before.
He got a couple career innings in
He
there.
knew. Shout out Pablo.
That was like 10 years after that
That's
happened.
the second Dodger to hit that then. Because Kike also
Oh,
pitched
yeah.
in the pen
Hey.
last
Hey,
year.
He been in.
4 2/3.
Facts. With the helmet.
Did he pitch like? I mean, he pitched a lot last year, low key, right?
Yeah.
'Cause,
4
I mean,
2/3.
Game, yeah, 4
Bro
2
came
thirds.
in, yeah, that's 4 games.
That
he
is
came
crazy.
in.
Well, Bryce Terrain got the last RBI for the Brewers on the year. RBI ground out. Roki Seisaki closed it out in the 9th, so you go from Shohei to Trinan to Seisaki.
His
And they put
command
Bonda
was a
in, I
little,
think.
was a little
Vesia.
shaky for a bit.
I like Vesia.
one shaky.
I like Vesia. You?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
To see it, I mean, he had 7 pitches, got him out of the jam
Yeah.
in the 6th when they had 2 guys on.
Yeah.
But in the 7th, I think it was Trinan got a strikeout
Yeah.
and then walked a couple guys.
Yeah, that's Trinan for you.
Vanda went in and then just.
Yeah. Well, Dodgers win the series 4-0. They win the National League pennant. They're the first team to make it back to the World Series the year after winning it since the 2009 Phillies. The last team in the MLB to win back-to-back World Series was the New York Yankees, who won 3 in a row from 1998 to 2000. That was the last time any team has repeated as champs.
The Rangers were in it in 2011.
No, they were in it in They were in it in 2013
Oh,
against
okay,
the Cardinals. That's what I was thinking.
I thought they
2011.
went 10
Bro, what
and
was the
11.
World Series in 2011? No,
I think that was Cardinals.
no.
No, it might have been Red Sox.
It was Red Sox. Maybe Red Sox Cardinals.
Maybe. I think it was Red
I'm
Sox
looking
won
it
it that
up.
year.
I'm looking
yeah.
it up.
I thought the Rangers low key went there back to back in
No, they didn't. They did make it 2010. Yeah, it was Cardinals won it in 2011 against the Rangers. So
Oh, okay, yeah, they did. Yeah.
so you're right.
That's the
Then why would they say that?
We're
then?
going home.
They said it on the
We'll see you
broadcast.
tomorrow night.
Oh, because the Rangers didn't win the World Series.
Oh,
that's
they,
why.
okay, yeah.
Because
yeah.
it says it's the first team to make it back to the World
After
Series
they
the year
won.
after winning
Gotcha.
it.
See,
Okay.
I'm bugging.
So that is.
Yeah, they
tough.
lost 2 in a row.
Yeah,
That's
they just lost
crazy.
2 in a
That's
row.
crazy.
That was crazy. Shout out David Freese. But all right, the Dodgers. You know, everyone thought the problem was going to be the pitching. But consecutive
No, I
games
thought it was the bullpen.
and the bullpen, whatever.
Doesn't
Consecutive games allowing one or fewer runs in single postseason history. The Dodgers are in first place right now with 5, tied with the 96 Braves, 81 Dodgers. 1990 Oakland had 4 games in a row allowing one or fewer runs. So shout out
Helps when
Oakland.
you got 5 pretty good starters, you can just
Yeah.
shove in the bullpen
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
No, for real. So yeah, shout out. That was Believe in A's and Beam City. Anything else before we close out?
Go Niners. Please don't lose. Make me
It's gonna
depressed.
ruin the week.
Yeah, literally.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Let's go Wednesday. Go Kings. Bro.
Kings basketball on Wednesday. We'll be back on Thursday live to review it on YouTube. But go subscribe and check us out. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Believe in A's. We'll be back. Cheers.